Hey, we're live. Jon and Megan. Good to see everybody. We are excited. Megan, welcome, first off.
Thank you. It's good to be here. I had an early morning flight, but very much worth it because I'm ready for an awesome day.
It is going to be an awesome day. We're live from just across the Chicopee River here, across the street from Lestano Stadium, where tonight's national championship semifinal for UWS is taking place. We are extremely excited and blessed. This has been, we're at the Gremio Lestano Club right now, where they've been more than welcoming. Megan just showed up, and the first thing she got was a bourbon. So we're excited. Megan, how was the flight?
Flight was great, very smooth, very thankful for that. Breezed through both airports, which was nice.
We got championship matchups, semifinals today. Megan, what excites you about these games? Besides the fact that, and I got to use that time, being epic.
Yeah, I'm always bringing the new words. Last year I was like #Summer of Soccer, and now this year National Championship's gonna be epic. Next year, stay tuned because I'll come up with something new.
Hey, she's the PR girl. We follow her lead on whatever we need. So as you can tell behind us, we're setting up preparations for the National Championship semifinals tonight, live here in Ludlow, Massachusetts. We are in Portuguese town. Everything here is a soccer stadium in the middle of the suburbs. And my goodness, Megan, what is your take on this beautiful environment we got?
Yeah, this venue is amazing. It's definitely giving me England, like, small club, like, kind of National League vibes. You've got the clubhouse, you've got the bar, you've got all the locals coming. It's a really nice stadium. It's got that kind of cozy feel where it's just in with its seats and everything like that. The pitch is looking very high quality, which means possession-based games, which I'm excited about. We know that these teams can play.
It's hot. I was out this morning with the Athenians. I took my shoes off just to kind of get an idea of the field. It is a warm pitch, that is for sure. A turf field. Athenians have played on it. Calgary was out this morning at another local park. They trained this morning around 9 a.m. Athenians came over here around 11 this morning to do a walkthrough. Mustangs and Buffalo have done their own thing at their hotel. So this is kind of an exciting matchup. I want to focus first on the Calgary versus FC Buffalo matchup. Megan, what separates people in this matchup and kind of give us an idea of what we're looking at?
Yeah, I mean, these matchups, like this one, let's talk about just first semi-final game coming up. You've got Calgary 10-0. I mean, if that's not the intimidating team to go up against, then I don't know what is. They're coming in perfect record, and they've beaten the reigning national champions twice.
Yep.
If I was FC Buffalo, I would be definitely thinking about those factors. However, FC Buffalo have overcome adversity so much this season. They're used to playing in these tight games. They're used to competing. They've got rivalry games, like derby games within their conference. So I feel like they've had really good preparation. And they've been here before. They've been literally right here before. And I don't think that, like, anybody else is going to be able to use that feeling. So that gives them a slight advantage.
Gives them an advantage of the fact that they know the pitch, right? So if you look behind us, there's some nuances. Again, walking the pitch this morning, there was a couple spots where, okay, you probably need to slow down. And even just the atmosphere. Last night they had a USL 2 match. I kind of put this out there this morning in my interview with Jon from the Gremio Lestano Club. But the thing is that there was about 400 people here last night watching a USL 2 league game. So I can only imagine how this community is coming about. The buzz inside the clubhouse here in front of us is absolutely electric. There is probably 100 people who are eating right now a traditional casual Saturday Portuguese meal, and they're ready. They're calling friends. That people are showing up early, and they are, I'm not going to say they're getting after it, but they are lively in there watching soccer and just having a great time. But Megan, what is your take as we look at it? What players should we be focused on, or players in this first matchup?
For me, the standout player for FC Buffalo is Chris Matrona. Had the pleasure of interviewing her. If you didn't catch that show, make sure you watch it back because she gave a really great insight to FC Buffalo, what it's been like this season, and she's just an epic player. Epic, there it is. She is that indeed. Goals and assists. When you look at players and they can do both, they can contribute themselves by getting that kind of moment, but also they create. And then her ability definitely going to have to be a player that can keep quiet today, or else she's going to go and do what she does best in those tight, intense moments. She pulls out the winners.
Obviously, being the championship matchup in the semifinals, my clue in is goalkeepers.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're looking at goalkeepers, you don't look any further than Sarah Philly for those. Sarah's ready. Last night, Calgary was very business. Like, they came to dinner, they ate, they said hi to everybody, and then they're like, okay, we're going to training in the morning, we're out. And so it's almost like a business trip. Like, they know that this is a event that they not need to. Obviously, everybody needs to win to advance to Sunday, but they want to win. I think it's a little different in mindset. Ducks had them out at the dinner, get to bed, get rested. They did have a long flight yesterday, but I think that in general is huge, right?
Right. Yeah, it does set the tone. It's really interesting to see the way that teams interact. I popped down to Starbucks real quick before I head down here. I saw some Mustangs players. And you're like, so let me check out those orders. Like, have we got like pre-game fraps, or have we got like that hydration? You know, it's all those little things. There was no frappuccinos, like I add, but it's all those little things that they pay into it. How do people come and prepare? Do they like to socialize and kind of chat to everybody? Maybe say a few comments, like some flyers, or are they just coming, saying hi, and going home? So yeah, it's definitely interesting to see how they interact.
No bulletin board material, and to think about it, they are very close. So they're all sharing the same hotel, not rooms, but they're all there. They're all by the pool getting ready. Athenians was going to take a quick dip today, get their body regulated, get ready for today's matchup. Again, it's humid, right? You're coming from Florida. This is very similar to Florida weather.
Mm-hmm.
California kid, yes, the sun is great. We don't have humidity like this. In fact, I was brushing off my brow as I was carrying over the banner.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what the weather's like in Canada, but I'm going to assume that it's kind of that West Coast sun then, right? So that's going to play into it too, because Buffalo are probably a little bit more used to this kind of weather when it comes to the heat, and Calgary's not. And the humidity is something that you can't train for. Like, I know going into preseasons, like when I was playing college in Florida, if I was back home in England training, I had to come out a couple weeks early to climatize, because doing my preseason training and then coming straight over to Florida into preseason, there's just that difference. Like, your body needs time to get used to how to breathe in the air because it's so different. So that's definitely going to be a factor on this field. And this field's wide, very wide. So that means that players are going to be running a lot. If you've got the ball does the work. If you haven't got the ball, you're out there running.
And I think that's going to be the difference in our second matchup, right? Our second matchup is going to be Mustangs versus San Antonio Athenians. Again, Athenians came out this morning, did a walkthrough on the pitch, so they have an idea. Mustangs were out watching that USL League 2 game yesterday, so they saw the pitch. Different to see it than actually play on it, kind of get familiar with where the lines are, and they worked really, really wide today. I don't know if that's insight to what we should expect, but seeing the keepers and working along with the defense, very possession-based perhaps. I think Leland Hammond's technical director and staff are very focused on keeping possession, not trying to let the Mustangs have too much of it in order for them to take over, because we know, as we've seen, how fast and how quick Mustangs can dictate a matchup as we have over this course of this year. Speaking to Dino last night, he's very much about we're going to play hard. We're going to go out. We're not going to change how we play.
Right.
And we'll see. What are your thoughts as it relates to Mustangs and Athenians?
Yeah, so for me, this matchup is so interesting because they're so attacking-minded teams. Like, if I was to pick the matchup, these are the two who I wanted to see come up against each other, because I would like to see how they approach going against a team that scores more goals than them. The Athenians. Like, the Athenians we know as a goal-scoring team this year. They spread the goals about, but the Mustangs have scored, 56, 57 goals in regular season?
A lot. I can't keep track of my fingers.
Right, so Athenians have not come up against a side like this before. Their tougher games this season have come against FC Austin Elite, who are not your big scoring goal team. They are keep it close, keep it rough, try and get those ones slid in and kind of win by 1 or 2 goals every game. So the Athenians have not seen a team like the Mustangs, and that makes me excited.
The Athenians, though, are full strength. They have not been whole all year. They have been missing players to knocks, to slight injuries. Spoiler alert, during training today, There are some names that have been out for quite a while. Can play a big role today. I'm not going to let anybody spoil it until we get to the game. But I think you know who I'm talking about is Patrick Sombrero, where from week 1 might be back in the lineup today. How crucial is it to have a full squad in matches like this?
Massive. Even if they're sitting the bench at the start and they're going to come in as fresh legs in the second half, as a player to know you've got all of your teammates there and you can rely on anybody who needs to come out today and give what it takes, that's huge. I think that's going to give them a new element of confidence for that.
It is 2:11 local time. We are live here at L'Estadio, the Gremio L'Estadio, the club across the street. This has been fun, but and Megan, you referred to this as almost small-time English league soccer, almost like a Sunday club.
Yeah, it's got that like National League vibe where you've got the clubhouse. You've got the small, intimate stadium, which, when it gets packed, is loud. The atmosphere is great. Like, this is everything that people love about English football. And so it's really awesome to travel. And I even tweeted about it, how it's driving. Like, this feels like I'm driving on a motorway. The vibe is good. The sun is shining. Everything just makes for this to be a perfect weekend. And soccer's going to be high quality, so what want more?
As we get going, look, if you have questions or you want to chime in, please let Megan and I know via direct message to UWS Weekly. Megan's actually going to be manning the camera for the Instagram takeover that we're going to have here in a little bit. She walks around kind of giving people a vibe and a feel for what this is. It is humid. We are wearing black. I didn't choose the colors this year, that's for sure. Megan's got her national championship shirt on. Gear will be hopefully available for purchase here at the stadium. But also, it's a great event. I think that this community is going to be all about it, and I can't wait.
Yeah. I mean, what more can you want? I love the fact that this is a 3-day event. We had the championship dinner last night. We've got the semifinals today, and then the big match tomorrow. It's a whole event for women's soccer to just show how far it's come. The opportunities for these girls are just incredible. So many people are watching. You know that around the world, like that's what gets me. It's not just in America. You've got the whole of Canada literally cheering for Calgary. Twitter is going crazy for Canada right now.
All about it.
It's amazing. It's so cool to be a part of.
So if you have questions or you want to chime in, please use at UWS Weekly on the Twitter, and we will make sure you guys get involved. We're gonna hang for a little while and just talk soccer because, hey, what else do we have to do today besides soccer?
Right.
So, and what more could you want? So we, Megan and I, live from the Gremio L'Estadio, across the street from the stadium where we'll have tonight's event, 385 Windsor here in Ludlow, Massachusetts, is the address, and you can pop in here to the stadium. Megan and I will actually be live in that broadcast booth right there. Come say hi to us. Take a picture. There's a lot going on here, lots of events. You can see all the movement as our executive director, Stephanie Cleves, and our director of operations for UWS, Chris, are really working hard to get everything set up. We can't have done this without that leadership. And how important, Megan, do you think? Look, as a female player, Stephanie's done a tremendous job all year, and even in past years. What does it mean to see a woman who is an executive director and able to put on such a production as we're going to see tonight?
Yeah, I mean, what inspiration, you know. She's grown up playing the sport and seen what opportunities she would like to have when she was playing, and now she's going out there and she's creating that for players in the game right now. I mean, what an inspiration! Like, it's amazing. This organization is so professional. It's everything that you want from a summer league, and the UWS is different. They do things differently. They do things right, and I think everybody has seen that this season. And this is just going to be an awesome weekend to top it all off. Stay tuned for all of the content that we'll be bringing you. And the only reason that we can bring this all to you is because of the work that Stephanie has put in to create this. So we're eternally grateful for her.
Definitely working really hard, and we're excited to have her as the executive director of UWS League 1 and 2. And it will continue. This league is only going to get bigger. It's only going to get more exposure as we go. And
Definitely.
this is the icing on the cake. Again, last year was great. This year's going to be better. Next year's going to be bigger. Can't wait for that. So again, Megan and I will be joining and jumping on to Instagrams over here at the stadium, walking the pitch, having a conversation. So stay tuned for everything we have as it relates to the UWS National Championship. Thanks for joining us, everyone. We'll talk soon. Wait, before we go, Megan, do you have a team that you think is going to pull it out, or are you going to save that for the end and say I told you so?
I feel like I need to share my prediction off camera because I don't want to show any, I'm not doing favoritisms. I just have my predictions that I have submitted it over message. So it is out there. I have a prediction of who I think is going to win whole weekend. We'll see if I'm right. But I'm not sharing that on camera.
Well, we'll find out more. We'll make sure she shares it one way or another. So, hey, stay tuned for more coverage of the UWS National Championship semifinals as we get ready to kick off at 4:30 Eastern with the matchup of FC Buffalo versus the Calgary Foothills. We'll see you guys soon. Cheers, everyone, as I move my way to the camera to turn it off. Peace!
I'm a part of UWS because of the opportunity it provides women.
Because it provided me the competition and exposure I needed to get to where I am today.
Because financial transparency is important to me.
Because at its core and within its leadership, it is truly dedicated to the promotion of the women's game.
Because of the competitive pathway it provides female players and coaches.
Because it expands the pathway of our club and offers more opportunities for players to develop.
Because I too support women in sports.
Because of the people. I love competing at a high level with some awesome teammates and getting to compete against people around the country.
Because it provides female athletes with a much needed platform to remain in the game in a professional setting.
Because it's the best summer league in the whole country. There's no question about it.
Because of the commitment to diversity for the players, coaches, and administrators of the UWS.
Because I like the opportunity to compete at such a high level and the advancement of the women's game.
I am a part of UWS because I believe in its vision and its leadership.